Welcome to a mystic short story called The Rain Ghost. Excitement was in the air. They had finally done it. As a newlywed couple, Martha and Stan had finally bought their own house. No more dealing with leaks and issues of an old apartment that the manager didn't seem to have time to take care of. After they finally got settled into their new home, the rain came and didn't seem to want to stop for several days. Martha didn't mind it though, as it was relaxing to her. The previous homeowner had an awning installed over the back porch, so she made good use of it. In her spare time, she sat out under it listening to the rain pitter-patter on its roof as she read her favorite book. One evening, as it was getting close to the time to head in to make dinner, she finished up the page she was on, looked up, and froze in frightened silence. There, hovering at the edge of the woods, was the ghost of a woman. It was not your standard transparent apparition either. Its dress was a light blue and constantly flowed, much like water of a flowing stream. Its face didn't indicate any type of evil either, just a soft glow as it seemed content to be in the rain. It smiled sweetly at her and put a hand up as if to wave. Then it gradually faded into the brush as if it was never there. She got up, went inside, and told Stan. He just laughed at her and said, "You've got your head too deep in those books. Now you're seeing things that aren't real." "Fine," she said. "Let's both sit out there tomorrow, and you'll see for yourself." The next evening, they had dinner out on the porch, and it was sunny with a perfect gentle breeze. The sunset was magic, like one in a movie. They kept looking up at the edge of the woods whilst they talked and ate, but no ghostly woman appeared. Stan finally remarked, "See, I told you it was all in your head. There's no ghost here at all." Martha sighed in disappointment. "Maybe it just shows up in the rain, because it was raining the evening that I saw it. Plus, its dress looked like flowing water." "Fine," said Stan. "We'll come out the next evening it's raining and see. But that's your last chance to prove it exists. If it doesn't show up, then you have to promise not to talk about it if you ever see it again, and I'm not here." Martha sighed again. "Fine." Now keep in mind that Stan was very skeptical and sometimes had an occasional cruel sense of humor that could either make someone mad or, if they were the sensitive type, put them in tears. It remained nice out and finally dried out enough to mow the lawn, which was starting to look like an abandoned field because of all the rain they had gotten previously. The day after they mowed, it rained. "Good timing on that," exclaimed Stan as he looked outside at the pouring rain. They opened the awning, dried off the chairs so they could sit, and see if the rain ghost would show up that evening. Sure enough, it appeared in its watery dress at the same time Martha first saw it. This time she smiled at it, and it smiled back and started to raise its hand to wave, but stopped mid-air. Martha realized its smile had now transitioned into an eerie frown. She turned to look at Stan, who was flipping the ghost off in his usual gesture of cruel humor. She smacked his hand down, exclaiming, "You're so damn rude. She's not evil." "Really? Look now," he said. She looked. The ghost's eyes had turned red, and it was baring vampire-like teeth at them. "I'm so sorry about him," called Martha, half in tears. Then it faded into the brush, just like before. "You're such a jerk," Martha said to Stan as they went inside. "Geez, I was only joking around. I didn't think ghosts even knew what flipping off meant." "That gesture has been around a lot longer than you realize, you dingus," she retorted. "Fine, I'll stay inside next time," he said. The next time, the ghost seemed hesitant, and she called to it, "Please come back." I promise he won't bother you again." It materialized fully, and its eyes were normal, and the frown slowly returned to a smile. It waved at Martha, and she waved back, smiling. The end.